superstar, Testaverde. And it is with reverence, respect, and excitement that we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here. You know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Canes will put total leather to crank us up. Looking for those open spaces and opportunities. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
Back to pass, it's Bitonio. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft, but also great play calling, great play design. They've always got it working, and you know this offense is always capable of hanging 40 points and making it look easy.
Comes out throwing on first down. A little screen to the running back. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds. And then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On third down, going up top. Throws to the tight end. It's caught. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. Got to get a big game. Got to get that first down. Nice job.
It's a fumble. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll leave it with him. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
That's a live ball. And the defense snatches it, and they've reversed the field.
And we are not experts. We know a little bit about... We all know it's hard to win if you're going to continue to turn the football over. A fumble, an INT, a fumble. You're not going to score many points if you keep making donations to the other team.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Back to pass, it's Bridges. Get it out on the screen. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Canes look to keep this drive humming. Wide receiver shows motion. He'll take it himself. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. And the Canes are in the hurry-up. On the move. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely easy.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Quarterback keeps it. Lowers that shoulder and delivers the blow. Oh, look out on the right. Touchdown, Hurricane. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Takes the handoff. It's Gabbert. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. He's got 48 yards on the ground in the first quarter. What a tremendous start to this season. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Bitonio. Buys a little time. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. The number one job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not, but my number one job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as...
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And after the interception, he steps out of bounds, and he swung a little momentum on the final play of the first quarter.
Miami 7, Ohio State 0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Give to the running back. Fights off a defender. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They'll keep it on the ground. Shakes off the defender. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Quarterback checking the play. Using his feet. Makes his man miss. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it and try to get his offense some positive yards.
The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now they're going to throw it. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Got room at the 35. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Cade. A great catch and run for 6. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. TCU is ahead right now, but it's not like they have LaDainian Tomlinson out there. This group needs to keep building on this lead. They're up by a field goal over Cal. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
Incompletion on first down. Now they face a 2nd and 10 from the 31. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Looking to the big tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Throws to the wideout. Got it past the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. He's got 67 yards on the ground, a very productive first half here in the season opener. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Looking for room. It's Gabbert. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
And he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Quick completion on the out. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Fires toward the target. And that pass picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive really productive, David, wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Buckeyes have moved it inside the 20. On the ground, it's Gabbert. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's the handoff. Smashes through. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
There's just not a lot of great play calls, guys, for third in California. So you hand it off, you try to get some of that yardage back, and see what happens next.
No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Going to try to get it himself. And he has vexed this defense with scramble after scramble, has another first down.
1st and 10, the whole menu open. You can run the football, you can do whatever you want. You can tell they call a pass. He does a really good job in the pocket, just being a great athlete. Scramble outside, go get another first down, 1st and 10 again.
Looking downfield, it's Bridges. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's the problem with the free football, right? It takes time to develop, and you could tell they handed it off. They didn't really bite it too much and continue to rush the pass or get to the quarterback and put a good lick on him, Jesse, as he's throwing the football.
Yeah, the offensive line is going to be kicking themselves when they watch this on film because they had a touchdown on that play. If they could have just given the quarterback another...
To the right. The 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Miami. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll ride his man on the option. Quick toss. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. Snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Power football with the run. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Miami, 21, Ohio State, 7.
All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Bridges. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
Red pass, it's complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. It's complete to the left. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
A run for the quarterback. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And the Hurricanes will try to pick it up on 4th down. Here comes the option. The pitch. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hurricane!
And a great job by the quarterback, Reese, making the right read. I got to get that defense to commit to me. Now I pitch it. Running back catches it. I'll take this. I'll do the rest. But it was a great read by the quarterback.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. ULM is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Malone Stadium, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by 11 over the Pandas. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. defense back out there. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Guys, he's up to 103 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They're going to ride this running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Corner's going to give them room. Leaves it with the back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. They get to him as he throws. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Got his man quickly. He breaks a tackle. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The passing game continues to be prolific, and as much as Ohio State has been built on toughness, they've been built recently on the efficient passing game.
I mean, so many good quarterbacks, and you know you're going to get great play calling, great offensive design. Ohio State offenses every year after year, the names change, but the production continues to be the same.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Back to throw, it's Bitonio. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. So the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Back to the air one more time. Throws to the tight end. Makes a connection. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Buckeyes are threatening in the red zone. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quarterback adapting. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Good job in coverage defending their own end zone there because you're trying to compress these windows and make it tough for the quarterback, and they were able to tip that one up in the air, and obviously it falls incomplete.
On the move, it's Gabbert. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
From his end zone, needs to be careful here. Makes the grab. And he's running in the open. He's at the 40. The 20. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
They go to the ground. Pulled down after picking up 5 to the 6-yard line.
Brings up second down.
On the ready, Rita.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. The score, Miami 28, Ohio State 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
42 Spider.
They run the reverse.
What a great job by the backside of the defense staying home. A lot of time the run looks like it's going the other direction. What happens? You start to chase. Nope. These guys stayed home and played their assignment, and that's why they had success.
Off the play fake. Pressure coming. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal. It's a fake. Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. And the pass falls incomplete on the fake field goal, and I'm not sure they'll go back to that one again. I know they wanted to be aggressive, throw caution to the wind. They might have been better off playing it safe there. They'll give it to the back. That hole closed quickly. He'll get one out to the 6. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Bitonio. Using the quick game. On the move is a 30. Open runway ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Gabbert. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
And the Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Number 88 with the grab and the score.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. And before they can kick it, the receiving team is going to call a timeout. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Line getting set on second down. Wants to throw. It's Bridges. Feeling some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Complete to the left. Going airborne. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. Safe completion on the screen. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. They're going to go for it on fourth down, and remember, from this spot, they can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. A designed run for the quarterback. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
No gain on the play. Offense is stopped. Will be in turnover on downs.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Quarterback keeper. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the right. Makes the catch past the sticks. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
I think you run that ball on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Bitonio. He's got his man. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Getting some heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try to pick up the first. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And your decision to go for it on fourth down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense.
Looking for the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. They were on the move, but two straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the play.